Welcome to my channel. The title for this video is Equanimity, the Key to Freedom. Greetings everyone. In this video I want to share with you insights on the profound teaching of Buddha that desire is the cause of all suffering, and how the state of equanimity can lead us to freedom from this suffering. The Buddha realized that the root of human suffering lies in our attachment to desires and cravings, which create an endless cycle of longing, disappointment, and suffering. However, there is a path to liberation, and it is through cultivating a state of equanimity, or balanced mindfulness, that we can transcend the grip of desires and find true freedom. The cause of all suffering, desire. Desire, or craving, is a fundamental aspect of the human experience. It arises from our innate sense of lack or incompleteness, as we constantly seek external objects or experiences to fulfill our perceived needs and wants. However, this incessant craving creates a never-ending cycle of attachment and disappointment, leading to suffering. Desire can manifest in various forms, such as material possessions, relationships, fame, power, or even subtle mental states like craving for sensory pleasures, recognition, or validation. It fuels our endless pursuit of worldly pleasures, which are impermanent by nature. When we cling to these desires, we become trapped in a cycle of attachment, aversion, and ignorance, which bind us to the impermanent and ever-changing nature of existence. Moreover, desire often leads to the arising of negative emotions, such as greed, lust, anger, jealousy, and fear, which further contribute to suffering. For example, when we are attached to material possessions, we may become greedy, possessive, or fearful of losing them. When we are attached to relationships, we may experience jealousy, insecurity, or fear of abandonment. These negative emotions perpetuate suffering and prevent us from finding lasting peace and happiness. The path to freedom, equanimity. The state of equanimity, or balanced mindfulness, is the key to freedom from suffering. It is a state of mind where we are able to observe and accept the changing nature of existence without being swayed by desires or aversions. Equanimity allows us to cultivate a non-reactive and non-judgmental awareness of the present moment, without being overly attached to the past or the future. Equanimity does not mean indifference or apathy. It is a profound state of mind that arises from deep understanding and wisdom. It is a state of mind that allows us to engage with life fully, without being driven by desires or aversions, and without getting entangled in the web of attachments and disappointments. Equanimity is cultivated through mindfulness practices, such as meditation, contemplation, and reflection. By training our minds to be present and aware of our thoughts, emotions, and sensations without grasping or pushing away, we develop a clear and stable awareness that is not swayed by the fluctuations of desires or aversions. We learn to see desires as passing mental events, without giving them undue attention or importance. Through equanimity, we develop a deep insight into the impermanent, interconnected, and ever-changing nature of existence. We come to realize that desires are insatiable, and that clinging to them only perpetuates suffering. We learn to let go of our attachments and aversions, and embrace the present moment with acceptance and wisdom. Freedom from suffering. The cultivation of equanimity leads us to the ultimate freedom from suffering. When we are no longer driven by desires or aversions, we become free from the constant craving for external objects or experiences to fulfill our perceived needs or wants. We become content and at peace with ourselves and our surroundings, just as they are. Equanimity also allows us to develop compassion and loving kindness towards ourselves and others. When we are not bound by our desires, we are able to see the interconnectedness and interdependence of all beings. We understand that suffering is universal and that everyone is struggling in their own way. This understanding cultivates empathy and compassion, leading us to act with kindness, generosity, and altruism towards others. Furthermore, equanimity enables us to navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life with grace and resilience. We are no longer at the mercy of our desires, which are fleeting and impermanent. We are not disturbed by disappointments or setbacks, as we understand that they are part of the natural ebb and flow of life. We are able to maintain a steady and balanced mind, regardless of the external circumstances, and find inner peace amidst the impermanence of the world. In conclusion, we could say that desire is the cause of all suffering, as it leads to attachment, aversion, and negative emotions that bind us to an endless cycle of longing and disappointment. However, the state of equanimity, cultivated through mindfulness practices, can lead us to freedom from this suffering. Equanimity allows us to observe and accept the impermanent nature of existence without being swayed by desires or aversions. It enables us to develop wisdom, compassion, resilience, and inner peace. By letting go of our attachments and embracing the present moment with acceptance and wisdom, we can transcend the grip of desires and find true liberation from suffering. May all beings cultivate equanimity and attain freedom from suffering. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel to watch more similar videos.